Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I greatly apologize at how long this took, but I realized after waiting a specific period of time, I might be able to get some better judgment out for this. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 2 of Workshop Weekly. I know it's been a little while since we've made another Workshop Weekly, but ever since the Call to Arms fall season, and the fact that this was announced like early August, I expected a lot of sets to be out at this point in time, but a lot of sets recently have been like the sets that weren't accepted into the collector's cache with just a fall 2020 written onto them. So we have one set that was originally from the collector's cache box that seems a little bit of an improvement, as well as some more visuals that I'd be able to provide for our video. That'll be the first set of today, but the last three cosmetics are specifically fall 2020 received ones, like no other various tags. I didn't cover them in our previous videos, but yes, welcome to Season 2 of Workshop Weekly for the fall season Dota 2 CTA. The submission deadline is on the 24th, so what we're going to end up doing is that next week we'll probably do 2 episodes, in which case that'll give us a total of 3 episodes in the CTA, and then after the CTA, we will make another episode, in which case it'll be 4 episodes in Season 2. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the first set of our Season 2, Episode 1 Workshop Weekly. So the first set we actually have is an old SkyWrath set that I covered during the 2020 Collector's Cache. It didn't make it in, but there is now this nice animated picture that I'm able to give you, as well as the items that are in the bottom right with more detail and more alignment. After taking a good look at it as well in both the test client and further beyond that, this set has been given quite a bit of visual updates and looks a lot better overall as a result, instead of less phantom-like as it did before. Unfortunately, I don't have images of it from the past, but I do have images of it now, including the nice animated portrait. The reason why I picked up this set again to talk about is because this is a lore-based set. SkyWrath Mage is the mage that went after Vengeful Spirit, and this is now Vengeful SkyWrath in a sense. So that's why I'm super happy about this, and I really like this one in general, because it fits SkyWrath perfectly. And especially with the Halloween-esque theme, this will actually fit for the theme in a really nice way. As, you know, the Collector's Cache 2020 didn't really have a theme. Now we have a theme for the fall 2020. And this one would fit perfectly because it's a fallen SkyWrath. And it looks really nice. And the updates have given it quite a bit of blessing as well. Comes with a total of 7 items: head, wings, shoulders, weapons, arm, belt, and a loading screen. Which I think it's in the bottom right here. There it is right there. That's what the loading screen looks like. The images were still not that big for me to push along, but now that we have this animated picture as well with some of his previous stuff, it could look a little bit more daunting. Next, we have a Nyx Assassin set called Arthropod of the Cyber Mind. Now, the reason I picked this one is because it, A, is a Halloween set, B, it's a fall-themed set because it is green, and C, I really like the connection between Nyx's lower thorax and his upper thorax. As you could see in the animated portrait to the left, the bottom left, you could see that it is connected with some pipes, like kind of like a Plague Bring kind of set. Like everything's just kind of stuck in together, and it looks really nice, and it's combined extremely well. The other big thing I like this set a lot is because it blends in with Nyx's baseline color scheme beyond like the fact that he's blue and red standard. Now, this changes his color scheme completely, but still keeps it all within a baseline blue undertone. As you can see from the bottom of the Nyx's set in the animated picture, you could see that there still is a blue-esque shadow of being applied to the rest of the set, while still keeping the same color-based wings, as well as keeping more of like that inner thorax color brown. But another big reason I like the set is because the visuals are very obvious, they're very clean. And I definitely think this is one of the sets that we will see being put in for the fall 2020 season, because this is just a really good one in general. Plague binder kind of sets usually get Valve a little hard. So I think the next set is actually a set I might have covered at one point in time in the season 1 because I remember Armored Jackal being in there somewhere, but I don't think Armored Jackal is actually the name of the set, nor did it really look like this. But the reason I picked up this set is actually because it has a very good baseline scheme, and I like the straightforwardness of the set, as well as the light blue colors with the tinted red offhand and the blue and the offhand. The offhand is blue and the main hand is red. Now, what I want to see is maybe changing the headpiece to have that same sort of mixed color scheme in a sense. Maybe the helmet has that red feather on the right side and blue feather on the left, or vice versa. The reason why I picked up this set, though, is because there was a few comments in there saying that it looked like the set had just kind of meshed its plates together and didn't really give it too much detail. And after looking at it thoroughly, I could say that that is probably about the same sort of judgment I'd be able to give this set, is that it does need a little bit of visual improvement. Of course, the deadline is on the 24th, so this gives the maker quite a bit of time in order to end up doing it. And this is by PearForceOne. By the way, I forgot to announce all the other ones. So the SkyWrath set is by Style D, Yestar, and a name I can't pronounce. The Nyx is by J-FSH, Joshimon, and XB33. And PearForceOne is this BloodSeeker Armored Jackal set. And so the reason why I like this set, and the reason why I picked it up, is that the color scheme is great. There's a lot of improvements that could be made. And the last time I said that there was something that needed to be improved, we saw that Axe set get reposted again. And it looked it had way more detail. It had like actual like Viper looking skin on the back, and it looked extremely detailed overall. And I believe PearForceOne can do that with this set as well. What he needs to do exactly is not really something I'd be able to say, but other than make it to where these armor plates might have a little bit more detail to them, because right now it doesn't really seem like there's too much detail to these plates. As well as the fact now that I'm looking at the lower leg plate that goes onto his boots, those aren't really attached that well either. But still, I believe there's a lot of room for this set to grow, and I look forward to hopefully seeing it come out in a secondary style or secondary change style that makes it look a lot more sleek on top of its already moderate looking sleek style. Last and most certainly not least, because we found this one, I really liked it a lot, is the Doomeranian by Vermillion King and MugenMcFugen. Great name, by the way. Oh yeah, so the BloodSeeker, by the way, also comes with 7 items, being the weapon, shoulders, offhand, helmet, belt, back, and arms. And Cybermind, head, back, weapon, Misc. So this is I imagine it's a dual style Courier in the sense, so the Radiant would have the non-ash looking version, and the Dire would have the ash looking version. Or you could select it to be either one. But basically, you ever wondered why Pudge has a pet, and why, like, there's always the Seekling and the Venoling, the Crowbling, and, you know, eventually, if I'm lucky enough, I could propose the Spiritbreakerling, Barling, that's what we're gonna call him. But the Doomeranian is Doom's little pet dog, ventured straight into the depths of hell itself, coming back out as an ashen-forced dog. That's not the lore, that's just what I made up completely just now, with no attachments. That's just what I made up right now. Now, the reason I picked the Doomeranian up is because it is a really nice-looking Courier, both in-game and outside of game, while we're looking at these pictures. You can see the animated ones off to the right, and how clean and sleek they look, both with the flight animations and the ground animations, as well as how much that tail be wagging. Now, something I would like to see, though, when it comes out to the later release, is that the tail wags a little bit more in the flight path mode, but I can understand why it wouldn't wag so much, because you're flying instead of being on the ground. So that's why I really like this set, this doggo. Who doesn't like doggo, right? So we got Pudge's dog, we got all these miniature versions of Dota heroes, and plus, I think we have a little Tuskar dog as well. So this is definitely a nice dog I want to be able to see into the fall 2020 season. And I could see this being like the rare or the very rare, but probably not the ultra rare. But yeah, very, very cute doggo. Everybody liked doggo. Doomeranian MVP. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. This is the end of the episode of Season 2, Episode 1 of Workshop Weekly. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll have more content like this around the corner, as we have 2 to 3 more total episodes left in this Season 2 pass. So stay tuned. Next week, we'll have another episode coming out very shortly, as well as one in the works already. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. And this is Party PD, signing off.